Hi, I'm Sam. I'm the co-founder of Kingdom Impact Lab with my wife Tatum, and in this video I want to share with you the mechanism behind the framework that I have used on myself to help discover my purpose in life. And I hope that sharing the mechanism here, this system that I have used, will help you find your purpose too. And more specifically, the mechanism that I will talk about in this video is how you can experience the inner transformation as a Christian entrepreneur or business owner, or even a non-Christian business owner, because the concepts and the principles remain the same. And it's what to do so you can integrate your faith with your business in a way that's seamless, effortless, and you just do it automatically. It just becomes second nature. And then how you can then use your business to multiply your impact and to positively influence people within your spheres. So this might be your followers on social media, your email subscribers, the people that watch your videos, your clients, or anyone else that you interact with as well. Before I dive in, a quick point to mention. The purpose of these videos is so I can talk about and expand on the concept myself. I don't understand everything. I'm on a quest to understand the details of how the framework works on a more deeper, more intimate level. And by me recording these videos and teaching the concepts that I know, and then also exploring the concepts further as I talk about, will deepen my own understanding. My ultimate goal is to steward my gift of being studious, my insatiable curiosity and quest for knowledge and to learn, and then to steward this gift to teach others, to share and to inspire, motivate and influence others in a positive way. So I'm not sure where the video will go, what the outcome will be. I don't know how long it will be. So I'd like to invite you on the journey. So first of all, the mechanism was inside a book that I read. The book was by Pastor Philip Lin, and he is the pastor at the church I attend here in Sabah in Malaysia. And the core concept of the book is about workplace ministry, which is how the big idea of the book is that the biggest mission field is the workforce, is the marketplace, because people go to church on weekdays and then people go to church on Sundays for 2 hours and then they forget about church for the rest of the week. They're in a secular, transactional environment and they don't really practice their faith outside of a church setting, essentially. And the book is teaching a mechanism where you can integrate your faith with work, and the way to do that is to incorporate behavioural traits of extravagant love, the pursuit of excellence, integrity and humble service. These are the core elements that I've taken from the book. And you have if you act out of those four behavioural characteristics, behavioural traits, these four areas to prioritise in your daily life, in the workforce, in your business, in the marketplace, you will instantly become attractive to other people. They will start to notice how your life is different, how what you do is different, and that will naturally have a magnetic pull of people will come to you. Some people I'm going to ask what's so different, why do all these good things happen to you, why is your life so better? Other people are just naturally going to be influenced by you as a result of your pursuit of excellence, integrity and extravagant love and humble service, and that forms a bridge where you can introduce the gospel to them, and that is the essence of Invasive Kingdom. The title would be a play on you go to the work, it's like by you pursuing the quest of becoming Christ-like in the workforce, and then making daily actions, and everything you do is with the goal of becoming Christ-like. You are invading the secular workforce, and you're spreading kingdom impact. And so that is the big takeaway from the book that I had. Now, the question is, how do you do it? And that's a question that I imagine a lot of people have wrestled with in the past. It's also something that I've actively been trying to incorporate into my own life, both in business and my personal life. And the best way that I've found so far is, what you have to do is you have to first have some kind of a definition, some kind of a vision up here of what becoming Christ-like means to you in your unique situation, whether it's your unique business, with who you help, the specific target audience you work with, the specific area that you're involved with, or if it's in the workforce, what does your job actually entail? What are the responsibilities? Who am you able to interact with, influence in a positive way? In your personal life, for me, I'm actively pursuing what it means to be Christ-like as a husband in marriage, as a father, as a family unit. And so, what does it actually mean? Because it's very vague, it's intangible. In fact, it's incomprehensible, because to become Christ-like is, the definition of Christ-like would be infinite, perfect, eternal. Well, none of those things, you can't achieve any of those things, right? So it's, if you've seen any other videos, it's sort of, if I ask you to imagine what infinity looks like, it's impossible. We just cannot comprehend what that means. So the challenge is, we have a vague idea of what we need to do, but we don't know how to do it. And then, inevitably, we will face a lot of resistance in the workforce, in the marketplace, wherever we are, because the world that we live in, the spirit of the world that we live in, if you like, would be, it's transactional. It's mostly transactional. So outside of the church and outside of when you meet with other Christians, the atmosphere, the environment, the spirit of the air, the environment is transactional, because, well, the world is dominated by financial markets, stock markets, big businesses. If you have a business, it is the pursuit of money, profit, profitability, revenue, all of these things. All of these things then determine investment strategies. So basically, the way the world works is around money. By definition, it would be transactional. We live in a materialistic world, and a materialistic world, more specifically, that's dominated by consumerism. And consumerism, at the root of consumerism, is a transactional mindset where look at all these worldly things that you can have, and this is all the worldly things that you can be. And these are the external forces that are around us in the spirit of the world. So naturally, going into this environment with the mindset of you want to become Christ-like, it's going to be difficult. You're going to face resistance. It's going to be a challenge. So how do you do it? Well, what I've done is, first I've defined what it means. I've come to a big picture vision, and then I've done what Jordan Peterson mentioned and says, and I'll probably butcher what he said, but the essence of the concept remains, and that is you want to take the biggest possible thing that you can imagine and then apply it into the smallest unit of time that you can think of. So what this means is our goal of pursuing Christ-likeness, specifically to pursue extravagant love in every interaction we have, to be a blessing to others, to pursue excellence in our ability, our character, to pursue integrity in everything that we do, and to act out of humble service to everyone that we interact with. We have to take those as concepts and then apply them into the smallest unit of time, which would be the next decision that we make, the next conversation we have, the next person we interact with, the next piece of content we produce in our business, the next conversation we have with someone on a call, the next interaction we have with someone in our coaching program or consulting program, or whatever it is that we do, the next client. And these will be small things, and you can just ask, you can find out things that you can do, you can research what to do, you can pray and ask the Holy Spirit to reveal ways of what you can do, and it works, it works for me. And you have to apply that in every single decision that you have, to the best of your ability. With humans, we can't get it right every single time. But when you do this over a long period of time, it will fundamentally change who you are. It will start to rewire your brain. So from a sort of like a neurobiological perspective, there's a saying in neuroscience that, what was it? Things that fire together wire together, or something along the lines of that. So the more, in other words, it means the more that you do something, the more the circuits within your brain that make up these habits, the more stronger and more powerful that they become. And that's how we can easily slip into bad habits. And you do something every single day, it's hard to break that habit, and that's because these neural circuits have been rewired and wired so tight. And so these can be negative, which would be associated with sinful behaviours, or they can be positive, which would be pursuing Christ-likeness. And so when you apply being Christ-like in your daily decisions, every single daily decision, proactively, while simultaneously resisting the pulls of the spirit, the transactional spirit that's in the marketplace, which if you don't resist it, you will make these decisions subconsciously in alignment with the transactional materialistic world. That's why you have to proactively make the decision to be, and consciously make the decision to become Christ-like. Do this over several days, weeks, months, years, decades, and you will start to weaken the old habits and strengthen the new sort of Christ-like habits, and then you will naturally start to act in a Christ-like way, and then people are going to start to notice, and that is how you start to, you can multiply your impact in that way. Because when people come to you and ask about it, that's where you can share, well, this is the reason why my life is like this. Now, in practical terms, how do you apply that? So, one thing for me is a prayer that I'd say in the morning. And a prayer would be to have a relationship with God, but also, more importantly, for non-Christians, if you say prayer, you are essentially setting your aim, you are defining what your intention is. So if you say this prayer at the start of your day, you want to know, you want to become a blessing to as many people as possible. That sets your aim for the day. It sets your whole day up based around this framework. And then when you're faced with the different decisions, in the back of your subconscious, you are going to act sort of on an automatic way, naturally, in alignment with being a blessing to others, which in many ways would be acting out extravagant love. The pursuit of excellence is you want to become the best at what you can do, because the better you are, the more you can serve someone. You need to have integrity in everything you do, and the reason for that is because, well, if you have integrity, people trust you, they trust your opinion, they value your insight, and having humble service is essential so that you don't allow pride to get in the way. Pride will then lead to arrogance and narcissism and a whole bunch of other negative things that will just spiral downwards. And so when you do this as well, it's sort of like, for example, in my business, like I said, I want to be a blessing to as many people as possible, and that is going to be sort of a North Star for me, instead of having money as the North Star. So all the decisions downstream of this will naturally be, how can we act out of extravagant love and be a blessing to people, instead of it being based on how much profit can we make, which would then downstream treat everyone in a transactional sense, because the whole point is to make money rather than become Christ-like for kingdom impact. If you're in the workforce, no matter what job you do, you can always find a way to do it with extravagant love, to pursue excellence, to do the best job that you actually can do, and people will start to notice over time, and that is how you do it. And by having this fundamental mindset shift into approaching things through the lens I've just described, it turns every task that you do into a form of worship. And if you can turn every task you do, everything in the business that you do, into a form of worship, everything then has intrinsic meaning. And if it has meaning, you found the purpose in your life, you find your work fulfilling, you find joy in your work, and in general you can be happy with what you're doing. So that's all. If any of this resonates with you and you would like to learn more about my coaching program, I've tested the framework and the system on myself and I've uncovered what my purpose is to the best of my ability at this stage in my life, and I'm pretty sure it will work with others too. So if any of this resonates and you'd like to learn more, feel free to get in touch with me and we'll see if we can make it work for you too. That's all I've got for you. Make it a great day. See you next time.